Okay, it is now time for a brand new slot in our world, which is a 2 to 3 minute slot for our tourist of the day. So our tourist of today is Paul O'Mahony. Where is he going, I wonder?
Well, might you wonder? I'm going to take you to a place I spent 30 years living in, called the United Kingdom. And I'd be very grateful if I was good enough to share something with you. I'm taking you to the United Kingdom. I want you to imagine you're a tourist in the United Kingdom. This is an unrepresentative sample of what one Irish immigrant who re-migrated to Ireland would like to recommend to you. Whistle Stop Tour. You may need to make notes so that you can talk to your travel agent. But anyway, let's go virtually. And the first thing you want to know is all about the people. Okay, in the UK, you're going to find diversity. And that is one of the beauties of the UK. Really struck me as an Irishman, but you're going to find people. My first wife worked in a secondary school or a post-primary school in the East End of London, and there were 57 native languages. I'm going to show you some sights. So first of all, we're in London, and as a tourist, you'll go to all sorts of places. I'm taking you somewhere special, under the River Thames. That line goes under the River Thames from one side to a place called Greenwich. This is what it looks like, the foot tunnel designed by Brunel, famous, those of you who want to go on tourism and see sights. That's what it looks like. You can walk across the river. That's what it's like. So there you are, highly recommended. Now look, you're under the river. You need to go over the river. Highly recommended. A very fast ride towards the sea, under Tower Bridge and on. Thrilling, utterly thrilling. Highly recommended. So there is London now, and it isn't enough for you, I'd suggest, because you're such a variety of an audience. You've got to get out into the English countryside, into a place called the Cotswolds. And you can see the color of the stone there. Very, very special place. Now get up north and get out of London south and get yourself to the Peak District. Glorious place in Derbyshire. Not the most famous national park, but definitely a place to go. And when you're fed up of countryside, get out onto the islands of the Scillies, way off the southwest of the island of the United Kingdom. There is a microclimate, and that'll give you a flavor. Okay, you're feeling tired. You really do need to get indoors because you will experience rain in the UK. Get thee into a National Trust house. Old, historically preserved houses, preserved by the biggest voluntary conservation organization in the world with 5 million members, called the National Trust. Exists in Scotland as well. So on you go into Wales. Now, is there anyone here from Wales? Is there anybody here from Wales? Now, look, we could get Jean Gamester to do a special thing. Do you see the tip of that place out there at the bottom right? That place called the Mumbles. Any of you into poetry? That's where you might find a lot to do with the greatest Welsh poet of all time. And I'm going to leave you to guess who that might be. You can look it up on Google. I'm a travel guy, not a poet today. Get yourself into Scotland. Get yourself not into Edinburgh, because everyone will tell you go to Edinburgh. Get yourself into Glasgow. Get yourself out into the highlands and islands out there, get there. Eat food, and this is the final thing. You need iconic food if you're a visitor to the UK. So forget about roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. Get thee to pasties, Cornish pasties, top left. That'll show you what's in it. And then get yourself into Derbyshire again for Bakewell tart. That's what you need to come to the UK. Anyone who wants the slides, give me a shout afterwards. Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Mr. O'Mahony. I have to tell you that the Mumbles, to me, is a place where you can go swimming. It is the most beautiful place on earth.